Got a lot of feedback, and it was a lot more positive than I thought it was going to be, particularly on Reddit. I posted the episode to Reddit for pretty much the first time I posted any episode to Reddit, and it was nice to see that people are actually understanding that what we were talking about was a serious issue, and people have seen signs. They've seen the same red flags that we have, and they appreciated us putting it into context and giving our perspective from diving into this stuff every day for the past several years. So, yeah, go check that out if you haven't. It was, a 2 hour long episode about current disclosure situation, things to look out for when it comes to big tech and the neo-reactionary movement. Yeah, I think it was a very important episode and pretty essential to talk about some of that stuff right now. It's worth a listen, and we're going to keep touching on some of that stuff as we go forward, but it's not going to be a focus. But yeah, we'll comment on things that are happening as we see them if we feel like it's pertinent to discuss. So that's where I'm at with it. And I want to say thank you very much to everyone who supported us in that episode. I almost didn't publish it the night before. And when I did, I went to bed and I was like, maybe that was a horrible thing. But I guess it wasn't. So it's nice to see. But yeah, you wanted to say anything on that?
No, it was like a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, I agree.
I suspected a lot of people were like kind of worried about those topics, but after seeing the feedback of the last episode, I was like, okay, I know this isn't nothing.
Yeah. We're not crazy. It's nice to feel not crazy.
Yeah, it felt kind of validating.
Yeah, totally. But it's not a fun conversation to have either. So it's not like we're saying this stuff just to be outlandish or be assholes, Anyway, we still have a lot of research into a lot of other crazy shit that actually might help us answer some of the stuff that we had questions about. And a lot of that has to do with Nazis. I mean, they keep popping up everywhere, and it sucks. Garrett has been doing some research on the history of the National Reconnaissance Office, or the NRO, as it's called. That's where UFO whistleblower and one of the few genuine people I still consider to be trustworthy in this field, who hasn't talked in a couple of years now, maybe a year. Dave Grush, UFO whistleblower, testified before Congress. He worked at the NRO, and that's where he did his work for the UAP task force as a liaison to that task force. So he's kind of the most recent symbol of why the NRO is so important to the UFO topic, and they have a lot of information there. They basically are in charge of all the spy satellites for the US, pretty much the space domain. And I think it existed for decades before people actually knew it was a real office within the intelligence community. But yeah, the NRO is really important. I think you'll kind of see why as we go through this and the history of it.
So I feel